Okay. Hello.
Should we tell people we're doing a live recording so it's quiet?
It's okay. Hello.
Okay, hi.
Nice to meet you. Did you have you seen our videos?
So I watched 11 videos, is that correct?
I believe it's 12. Yeah.
No, I didn't see 12.
I don't know how. And also, I have. Okay, what was your opinion towards our video?
Sure, so, yeah, one thing was for me was tricky. I think I have to maybe watch it again because it was tricky sometimes to know where to go. Like I would kind of watch and then I would
Sure.
click, and then I was trying to figure out like where where do I click next, and then kind of. So I really liked that you labeled the videos, so they were called Scene 1 and Scene 2. I think that was quite helpful. I didn't understand the story. So,
Didn't understand the story.
yeah, so some of the scenes, the story didn't make sense. I never saw, and maybe this is video 12 that I missed, I never saw a positive ending. Like I never saw Joy not drink and leave the party in a positive way.
Oh, she
Does that happen? Does she?
just leave the party without anyone, like being lonely, but at least she can do her work.
Yeah, so I didn't maybe see that clip because the clips I saw didn't make sense. Like I saw a clip where she made some poor choices and then left the party getting like dragged or the party, and then we see her sleeping the next day and then she can't do her work.
Yeah.
So I saw this, and that was fine. Like I mean that's a possibility, right? And that made sense. But then there was another clip where she's still at the party, and everyone leaves, but she's still at the party.
Yeah, because
So then-
nobody wants her to go with her, so she's just lonely there.
So I couldn't understand that clip. It seemed really strange because the party was at somebody else's house. So it was really weird the way everybody else left, but then she was still sitting at the table. So I
'Cause
couldn't
they
understand.
were all drunk.
Yeah, so unfortunately in the storytelling, that part didn't make sense. Like
Maybe
I
we
couldn't understand what was going on, and I didn't understand why she got left at the table, and then that was kind of the end. And then I don't think there were any more choices for me. That was like the end
Yeah,
of the
that was
video.
the
So I was kind of like,
Maybe I
didn't
could
understand
end
that
at
ending.
the end she just leaves the house and does the homework and then get that scholarship.
yeah, I mean, that would, I think there needs to be a tie, because if you think back to the beginning of the story, right, she talks to the teacher, she's stressed out, she's sad, and she has to do all this work. And then and then in the party, at one of the scenes, they talk about the scholarship, so we hear about it again. But then by the end of the story, I mean, at one of the scenes, I see her working to do the scholarship, and she's working, but she can't because
she
she's too
can't, yeah.
tired or whatever. So there was just some of the story I just couldn't understand. I was like, I don't understand this. So some scenes I felt that needed a little more editing, or it was the storytelling. If you just strictly look at a storytelling, something needs to get edited out or added in to help the story make sense.
Okay.
So from a story point of view. The sound was good. I had no problems with the sound. There were some music I wasn't sure about, like it could be copyright
Yeah, that's
problem.
true, but like it's not the whole music.
It's
and
not
it
the whole
wasn't-
song, correct? I just don't know.
Like the YouTube didn't stop us for that, so I'm just.
Well, YouTube won't always stop you immediately. Sometimes they pull it down later.
Later.
Right? So it's something we maybe just need to investigate to make sure.
Wait.
I don't know what the rules are. I know if this is the other thing, you want to mark all your videos as education. Because sometimes you can get away a little bit with bending the rules a little bit if you say it's for educational purposes.
Okay.
So if you go and label all of your videos as educational,
Yeah.
just to kind of show it's a school project, they might have a little more flexibility for YouTube. Then if you just say, oh, I'm just making a fun video, they'll be like, oh, then no copyright. It's something you definitely want to research, or just, I sent you a bunch of video links you could look at, just to check, because I think there may be some issues with some of the songs.
I'll
not-
turn it into education.
Definitely make
Yeah.
all of them education, then that will definitely help. But maybe just double check a little bit of the music links. What else do you want to know? Like, more questions for me?
Was it the videos? Was it? Do you think it was helpful to the teenagers?
That was something else I wasn't, and again, when I watched them, I was just plowing through all the videos, so I wasn't following this. So for me, the storyline was confusing. So I think for me, I have to go back and watch it again and just watch it like a choose your adventure and just see where I end up a little bit more. Because for me, that was something I struggled to see.
Because you wanted to.
I was
watch
hoping to
everything.
see more positive moments for this character Joy. I was hoping to see some strategy or some positive thing. So there were some where she chose not to drink, and then they started talking about the scholarship, and then the other girl's like, oh yes, I'm also stressed out about the scholarship. And so then we needed some positive thing to happen. Like the end of that needs to be a positive, like, oh, we should start a study group and all study together, right? Or they need something, this again, storytelling. We need to show the teenagers, like, you don't have to make this choice to deal with your stress. There's other ways. Like, or maybe one of the girls says, actually, you know what, I meditate, or I go for walks, or I play with my dog, and it really helps me. Like, when I feel really stressed out or really sad, I play with my dog, because I noticed there was a dog at the party. So we needed a strategy. I didn't see one.
Okay.
Maybe did I miss it? Like, did you have one in there to help teenagers to show the positive ideas, positive choices?
No, I don't think so.
So I think that's an important thing. I think you did a great job on the not positive. So, you know, this is one way to get rid of stress. Oh, drinking, right? Doing some drugs. So I think you showed that very well, and that part was very clear, and that storytelling was good. I think what was lacking was some storytelling on the positive. Like, if you don't make that choice, because it's not a healthy choice.
Yeah.
It's not a long-term choice, right? It's not going to actually fix the problem. It's actually going to make more problems. And I think you started to show a little bit of the more problems. Again, when she falls asleep studying, what's the result? What's the end result that happens?
Didn't get this.
So I didn't see that, right? So again, it's about tying in this idea, when you make the bad decision, that there is some consequence to it, right? And then I didn't see a lot of option. I saw some good choices, but then I didn't see some strategies or some ideas or some ways that Joy could have a more happy life and have a positive outcome.
Yeah.
So I think storytelling still needs some work. But it was fun to watch. So there's lots of good things, and there's lots of videos, so that part was good.
Thank you. I'll work on that.
Yeah, I think if you just look at storytelling, say, I'm telling a story, have I told this, does the story make sense?
Okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Good job.
Bye bye.